Hello student, I am Dr. Mamta, Assistant Professor in Botany, Hindu Girls College, Sonipat. I prepared this lecture under the aegis of Director General Higher Education Haryana for undergraduate botany student. The topic of the lecture is Self-Incompatibility Part 1. Self-incompatibility is referred to the inability of a plant with functional pollen to seed set when self-pollinated. Means a plant have a functional pollen but it is not able to form the seed set when it is self-pollinated. It is also known as intraspecific sexual incompatibility. Means the incompatibility in formation of fertile seed between the individuals of the same species. Viable gametes belong to the same species are unable to fuse with each other and to produce the fertile offspring in self-incompatibility. As you can see in the diagram, when the pollen from the same flower is pollinated the stigma, there will be no seed set. But when the same pollen which is having a viable pollen grain is taken from the another plant, it can fertilized with the egg of another plant and form the seed set. Means these two flowers or these two individuals which belong to the same species are incompatible when self-pollinated, but they are compatible when they are cross-pollinated. The general feature of the self-incompatibility includes self-incompatibility prevents self-fertilization and encourage outcrossing or cross-fertilizations. It allows normal seed set on cross-pollination. The self-incompatibility can act as any stage and it can cause inhibition of that particular stage like pollen germination on the stigma, inhibition of pollen tube growth in the style, then there is inhibition of fertilization of ovule and it also inhibits the embryo development. The self-incompatibility increases the probability of new combination by reducing the homozygosity and increasing the heterozygosity. The self-incompatibility is controlled by single gene with different loci in the species population. History of self-incompatibility. It was first reported by Carl Reuter in the middle of 18th century in Versicum foninaceum plant. It was first explained or discussed by Darwin and the term is given by Stout. The self-incompatibility is mostly explained in Brassicaceae plants, namely Raphanus stiva and Brassica campestris. Self-incompatibility is found in nearly 6,000 species, belong to 250 genera, 70 families, 19 orders of both monocot and dicot. Lewis in 1954 divide the self-incompatibility into two types: heteromorphic self-incompatibility, the compatibility which depend upon the morphology of the plant, and the homomorphic sexual incompatibility, the incompatibility which is governed by the genotype of pollen and the plant from which the pollen is derived. The heteromorphic sexual incompatibility again divided into two types: distylic means there are two types of form, tristylic there are three types of forms in a species based on their morphology. The homomorphic sexual incompatibility is again divided into gametophytic self-incompatibility and the sporophytic self-incompatibility. Heteromorphic self-incompatibility. It is a form of self-incompatibility between the individual of a species which occur due to the difference in the flower morphology of plants belong to the same species. Means the plants belong to the same species have difference in the morphology of the flower. Characteristics of heteromorphic self-incompatibility. Flower of different incompatible group shows different type of morphology. Heterostyly, a condition in which individual plants of a species are having style of different length related to the stamen of that plant to reduce the self-fertilization. Means the heterostyle is a condition in which there is difference in the position of style and stamen in the flowers to reduce the self-fertilization. Homomorphic self-incompatibility is characterized by occurrence of 2 to 3 morphological different type of a flower within a species, and based on that the heteromorphic self-incompatibility is of two types, tristyly and the distyly. The incompatibility reaction is determined by sporophytic tissue of the plants, means the morphology of the style and the stigma. The growth of the incompatibility pollen is mostly inhibited in the styler part. The example of heteromorphic self-incompatibility is found in primula plant. The primula plant shows distylic condition, means there are two types of style and the stamen. In first type, the stamens may be at low position and high position, or the style can be at short or long position. Based on the position of these style and stamen, there are two types of flower which we found in primula, and they are known as pin and thumb. The flower with short style, this one, the flower with short style and the long stamen is known as thumb flower, whereas the flower with long style and the short stamen is known as pin flower. This type of incompatibility is defined by single gene with two loci. They occur in their dominant form and the recessive form. When we cross a thumb flower with a thumb flower which have a short style and a long stamen, these two plants upon fertilization will not form fertile seeds. That's why they are incompatible. Similarly, when similar type of flower are fused, that is pin and pin, this also shows incompatibility reaction. But when we cross a thumb flower with an pin flower, there will be proper seed set formation, and that shows compatible reaction between the stigma and the pollen grain, and there will be proper seed set formation. Similarly, a pin flower when fused with thumb, there is also a compatible reaction. Thus, we can conclude that flower belong to single incompatible group, do not seed set like when thumb cross with thumb when they are cross pollinated. The only compatible mating is between the pin and the thumb flower. The second example of heteromorphic sexual incompatibility is shown by the Litharius plant. It shows a tristylic condition, means in this plant we will find three different type of morphological forms, and they are known as L, M and S morphs. These morphs are differ in the position of the stamen and the stigma. In case of Lathyrus, we have two group of stamens, and these two group of stamens are present at different position, and we have a single stigma. Based on these position, they are coined as L, M and S. In the L form, a long style morph, the style is long and stamen is present as short and mid form, like this. The stigma is the style is long and the stamen are present at short and the mid form. In the mid M form, in the mid style form, the stigma is present at the middle position, whereas we have stamen at the long position and the short position. In S form, the stigma is present at a short position and the stamen are present as long and the mid position. This type of heteromorphic sexual incompatibility is defined by two genes named as S and M, and these two genes then have two alleles in their dominant and recessive forms. In short style form of, that is S, the dominant allele is in the S loci will decide its characteristics. Like you can see in this diagram, in the S form, the dominant form of the allele is present and it gives its characteristics. Like the stigma will be present at the short position. In the mid form, in the M form, the dominant allele is at the M loci, but the M loci effect is hindered by the dominant form of the S loci. Means the S loci is epistatics on the M form. So in this form, if we have a dominant M loci, then only there will be the formation of M type of morph. In the long style morph, homozygous recessive for both loci is required. So here the S and M, both the alleles should be present in homozygous recessive condition. When we cross a L form with an L form, these shows the incompatibility reaction, because in these plants the stigma and style are present at different length. When we cross cross the M form, M morph with the M morph, they also show the incompatibility reaction. But when we cross an L morph with the M and S morph, they shows the compatibility reaction and there will be proper seed set. Like you can see in this diagram, the L form have a long style and the stamen are present at the short and mid position. Now this long stigma can be pollinated by the stamen from the M form and the S form. Similarly, the S form will also form the compatible reaction when pollinated by the M and L morphs. In the S morph, we have stigma at a short position, and this stigma can be easily pollinated by the stamen from the M and the L morph, which are present at the short position. Thus, we can conclude from this example that the flower belong to single compatible group, do not form the seed set when they are self-pollinated or when they are cross-pollinated, but the only compatible mating is between the different morphs or different forms of the flower. The second type of self-incompatibility is the homomorphic self-incompatibility, and this type of self-incompatibility is governed by the genotype of the pollen and the genotype of the plant from which the pollen is derived. This type of incompatibility is not governed by the morphological nature of the flower or plant. Characteristics of homomorphic self-incompatibility. This does not depend upon the morphology of the flower. This type of incompatibility is based on the protein and protein interaction. This type of incompatibility is governed by single S loci with different allele, and it is mostly found in different plant species. It is of two types, gametophytic self-incompatibility and the sporophytic self-incompatibility. A gametophytic self-incompatibility is determined by the genotype of the male gametophyte, that is the pollen itself, and it is found in Gramineaceae, Liliaceae and Solanaceae member. In this type of incompatibility, the product of S allele are synthesized after the completion of the meiosis. So each pollen will have the different type of proteins. The protein from the incompatibility are synthesized after the formation of the pollen, that is male gametophyte. Genetic basis of self-incompatibility in GSI system. It is a genetically controlled process. It is explained by the opposition S allele concept, which is given by East and Mangeldorf in 1925 in Tobago. According to opposition S allele concept, the self-incompatibility reactions are controlled by single gene called as S gene, which have several alleles. In this type of incompatibility, the pollen is haploid and it contains only one allele, whereas the pistil is diploid, which contains two alleles S1 and S2. Incompatible pollen. The pollen tube growth will be in the incompatible pollen. The pollen tube growth will be arrested if the pollen contains the same allele as that of the pistil. So, if the pollen have same allele, like here the S1 as that of the pistil and S2 as that of the pistil S2, there will be incompatible reaction and there will be no seed set formation. But in compatible pollination, if the haploid pollen have different allele as that of the pistil, then its growth will not be inhibited and it grow through the styler part. Like in the second case, the S1 is similar to the pistil S1 allele, so this will shows the incompatibility reaction, but the S3 pollen is carrying the allele differ to the pistil, so it shows the compatible reaction and there will be the formation of the pollen tube. In the third case, the pollen which carry the allele S3 and S4 and that are differ from the pistil allele, that is S1 and S2, that's why these both pollen will shows the compatible reaction and there will be proper pollen tube growth, fertilization and the seed set. So in GSI system, it is the S allele of male gametophyte or the pollen that determine the incompatibility reaction. In sporophytic self-incompatibility, it is the genotype of the plant from which the pollen is derived is responsible for the incompatibility reaction, and it is found in Compositae and the Crucifery member. In this type of incompatibility, the S allele products are synthesized before the completion of the meiosis. Genetic basis of self-incompatibility in SSI system. It is also a genetically controlled process governed by the S allele with gene with different alleles, and it was first proposed by Maurice B. Hughes and Ernest B. Bablock in 1951 in Crypis foetida and by Justil in Parthenium argenteatum in the same year. In this type of incompatibility, the sporophytic tissue of the male plant is diploid and it contains two alleles, for example S1 and S2. And pistil is also diploid here, so it will also contain the two alleles S1 and S2. The incompatible pollen. The pollen tube growth will be arrested if even one of the allele of sporophytic tissue of parental plant matches with that of the pistil. As you can see in this diagram, the pistil is carrying an allele S1 and S2 and the pollen is carrying, the plant from which the pollen is derived is also carrying an allele S1 and S2. So the pistil and the parental plant have the same type of allele, that's why there will be no compatible reaction and there will be no pollen tube formation. In the second case, the pistil carries the similar allele S1 and S2, whereas the parental plant carries the allele S1 and S3. But here there is match of one allele of parental plant from which the pollen is derived with that of the pistil, that is S1, and due to that all the pollen from this plant become incompatible and there will be no tube formation. Whereas in the third case, the parental plant from which the pollen is derived carry the S3 and S4 allele and that are differ from the pistil alleles. That's why the pollen from these plants shows compatible reaction and there will be proper pollen tube formation and seeds, fertilization and seed set. Thus, we can say that in SSI system, it is the S allele of plant from which the pollen is formed will determine the incompatible reaction. Difference between gametophytic and sporophytic self-incompatibility. The gametophytic self-incompatibility, that is GSI, is governed by the genotype of the pollen, whereas the sporophytic self-incompatibility, that is SSI system, is governed by the genotype of the plant from which the pollen is produced. In GSI system, the stigma are mostly smooth and wet type, and in SSI system, they are mostly papillate and dry type. The pollen tube inhibition occur in style in GSI system, whereas in SSI system, the inhibition occur on the stigmatic surface. In GSI system, the pollen pistil interaction are characterized by haplo and diplotype because the pollen is haploid whereas the pistil is diploid. In SSI system, the pollen pistil interaction is characterized as diplo-diplotype because the genotype of the parental plant from which the pollen is derived is have diploid alleles, and similarly the pistil is also diploid. The S allele shows codominance in GSI system, whereas in SSI system they shows dominance. The S allele product is synthesized after the completion of meiosis in GSI and before the completion of meiosis in SSI system. Pollen grain in GSI system are mostly binucleated. In SSI system, they are mostly trinucleated. In GSI system, there is no production of homozygotes, whereas in SI system, there is production of homozygotes. In GSI system, the plants mostly are sterile, partially fertile or fully fertile, whereas in SSI system, they are either fully sterile or fully fertile because the presence of even one allele which matches with the pistil render all the pollen from that particular plant as incompatible. In GSI system, the recognition reactions, the proteins which play role in recognition reaction are present in the intine, where in SSI system, the proteins which play role in recognition reaction is present in the exine. The recognition reaction occur in the styler part in GSI system, where it occur on the stigma in SSI system. The rejection and the recognition reactions are not separated in time and space in GSI system, and in SSI system they are separated in time and space. The GSI system is found to be slow process because it depends upon the intine proteins and it take approximately 2 to 3 minutes. Whereas the SSI system is found as a fast process because it take only approximately 30 seconds, and it depend upon the exine protein. GSI system is found in most of the plants, whereas SI system is less common. The example of GSI system is potato, tomato, sweet potato, whereas the SSI system is cabbage, radish, cauliflower, etc. Physiology and biochemistry of incompatibility. The pollen pistil interactions will decide the future of fertilization of particular pollen with that of the gamete. The pollen pistil interactions are regulated at molecular and biochemical reaction. Two types of reactions occur during the self-incompatibility. The first one is recognition and second one is rejection reaction. These rejection reaction can occur at stigma, in style, or during the syngamy. These recognition and rejection reactions may be separated in time and space, or they can occur inside pistil. Recognition reaction. It is the process by which the pistil recognizes whether a particular pollen grain is to be accepted or rejected, means to be act as a compatible pollen or incompatible pollen. It is a molecular process performed by proteins held in the wall of pollen grain and by the protein synthesized in the cell of the pistil. It occurs occur just after pollen come in contact with stigma or in the styler part. So in order to learn about the recognition reaction, we should know what are the proteins and how they are synthesized in the pollen wall. As we all know that the pollen wall have two layered cell wall, the intine and exine. And the formation of these cell wall, intine and exine, is take place in the pollen sac after the microsporogenesis, that is after the formation of microspore. The intine is made up of pectocellulose and polysaccharides, and that can be present continuously in case of monocot and across the aperture या pore in case of dicot. The intine is gametophytic in origin as it is developed from the cytoplasmic content of the pollen, that is from the dictyosome and endoplasmic reticulum. The exine is the outer layer of the pollen grain. It is made up of pectocellulosic molecules and also have sporopollen. The exine is formed during the development of pollen and it is sporophytic in origin. It is developed from the tapetum cell. The exine have two layers known as nexine and sexine. The outer one is sexine and the inner one is nexine. Nexine is made up of foot layer and endexine. The nexine is made up of foot layer and the endexine. And from the nexine, numerous radial elongated rods will arise. Those are known as baculas. These baculas may fuse to form a roof-like structure known as tectum. So if a pollen have tectum, then it is known as tectate pollen, and if it does not have tectum, then it is known as intectate pollen. Sometimes the pores are also present in the tectate layer. The bacula and the tectum will form the nexine layer of the exine. Origin of intine and exine proteins. There are four phasic development of the intine. The intine there is an early deposition of intine layer, then a thin pectocellulosic layer is included which does not have protein, then there is deposition of protein lamella, and that there is the next last layer is the innermost layer that is made up of polysaccharides but without the protein lamella. Whereas in case of the exine is formed by the exine proteins are formed from the tapetum cell, and the tapetal cell releases two type of components. Lipid droplets contain the carotenoids and the fibrogranular proteins which transfer into the cavities of sexine in between the baculas. Thus, the exine layer is sporophytic in origin, whereas the intine layer, which is formed from the cytoplasm of the pollen with the deposition of lamella of proteins, that is, it is gametophytic in origin. Stigmatic surface. The stigmatic surface receive the pollen and the interaction between the pollen occur on this surface only. There are two types of stigma we found in plants, dry stigma and wet stigma. The dry stigma have no copious exudate and it bear the papillated outgrowth. In this case, the cell elongated and shows the papilla. These papillated outgrowth is covered by hydrated protein layer known as pellicle. The pellicle is present above the discontinuous cuticle, and in the absence of exudate, the pollen adhere and retain to the surface through the chemical bond. This type of stigma is found in most of the plant, for example, Arabidopsis. Wet stigma. There is copious exudate, and this copious exudate play the role in the pollen pistil interaction, and it is made up of sugar, phenolic compounds, amino acids and protein. For this type of stigma is found in tobacco. Interaction of pollen wall protein with the pistil will define the incompatibility reaction. When the pollen fall on the stigma, there occur hydration of the pollen, and this stimulate the release of the protein from the intine and exine, and these proteins then react with the proteins and molecule on the stigma and define the compatible reaction and the incompatible reaction. With the recognition reaction, the pollen is characterized as compatible and non-compatible, and if there is the pollen is recognized as compatible pollen, there will be proper pollen tube formation that lead to fertilization and seed set. But if the pollen is recognized as an incompatible pollen, there occur different type of rejection reactions which can occur at different stages during the pollen germination, it entry into the stigma, it entry into the ovule, and during the fertilization. The rejection reaction on stigma. The most common rejection reaction on stigma occur due to the development of the callose plug. Now this type of callose plug formation is formed in the pactocellulosic layer of the stigma just below the point of contact with the pollen. So once the pollen attached on the stigma, the proteins are released and these protein act with the protein of the stigma, and if it is incompatible, there is formation of the pollen, there is formation of callose plug at the site of pactocellulosic layer. Now this callose plug formation is highly localized, but it does not interfere with the germination of the compatible pollen. Interaction of enzyme protein with the pellicle layer play a role in this type of rejection reaction. So incompatible pollen, the chitinase genes is present which degrades the callose plug and make the pollen as compatible through the growth of the pollen tube. But in incompatible pollen, the chitinase gene is not synthesized. That's why there will be no degradation of callose plug, and due to that the pollen is termed as incompatible because there is no pollen tube growth formation. Styler inhibition. The inhibition can occur at styler position when the pollen reached a length of 2/3 of the styler part. Now this type of styler inhibition is a slow process and it depends upon the intine protein. The inhibition of pollen tube can occur at different stages and the pollen shows different type of abnormal behavior which are listed as degeneration of pollen tube can occur, the pollen nuclei can behave abnormally, the pollen tube shows branching, the pollen tube become thick walled, and there is also deposition of callose plug, for example in grasses at different position like in the germ pole, in the pollen tube, at the tip of the pollen tube. There is also formation of aprosorium as an abnormal behavior of the pollen to prevent its growth. Sometimes the pollen germinate, but it is very short and it will not reach to the stigma. So these are the different type of abnormal behavior which occur as a rejection reaction in the styler part. The rejection responses are also governed by different molecules. For example, in Nicotiana alata, there is high occurrence or high presence of peroxidase 10 gene or enzyme in the incompatible pollen, and this enzyme is not expressed during the bud stage. So when we pollinate this plant at the bud stage, there will be no incompatible reaction, but when the plant is get opened, there is expression of peroxidase gene enzyme, and this enzyme make that pollen as incompatible. The RNase activity is also found in the styler cells which govern the incompatibility reaction. So in incompatible pollen, the RNase is synthesized in the styler cell, and this RNase then enter into the incompatible pollen and degraded its mRNA. So when there is no mRNA, there is no protein formation and the pollen tube will not grow in the styler part. But in case of compatible pollen, this RNase which is synthesized in the styler cell enter into the compatible pollen and here it is degraded. So no RNase activity will occur and the proteins which are present in the pollen can govern the growth of the pollen tube and further fertilization. So this is the RNase molecule or enzymes which are present in the styler part govern the incompatible or rejection reactions. Presence of the inhibitory substances in the pollen. Sometimes the molecules which are present in the pollen also govern the incompatible reaction. For example, in Petunia hybrida, there is formation of granules in the incompatible pollen, and these granules increases the Turgor pressure in the pollen, lead to its breakdown at the styler part. Whereas in incompatible pollen in this particular plant, the granules are not formed and there will be no increasing Turgor pressure. The cell wall is normal in structure, that is made up of the outer wall is made up of microfibrils, whereas the inner wall is homogeneous and less dense. In this plant, the incompatible pollen also have deformities or abnormal behavior in the development of the pollen wall. The inner wall is gradually disappear in incompatible pollen, and the outer wall will become swollen due to the formation of these particles. In Lilium longifolium, the rejection reaction are shown as a retarded pollen tube growth. So in this type of in this plant, the incompatible pollen did not have transfer cell in the pollen tube, and these transfer cells will not able to absorb the growth molecule from the pistil, and that's why they shows the incompatible reaction. But the compatible pollen in this plant contain the transfer cell, and through these transfer cell the pollen can easily absorb the growth substances from the styler region and shows proper growth. So there are presence of different type of molecules and cells in the styler part which govern the compatible and incompatible reaction in different plant species. The incompatible reaction can occur during the syngamy, that is the fusion of the male and the female gamete. They can occur during the entry of the pollen tube into the ovule, during the fusion of egg and the pollen in the embryo sac. So due to these, the male and female gamete will not able to fuse to form the fertile seed. Till now we have discussed about self-incompatibility molecular basis in the homomorphic system. But in the heteromorphic system, the physiology for incompatibility is governed by the osmotic pressure which occur in the style and the stigma, not governed by different proteins or the formation of callose plug in the stigma. So in case of heteromorphic system, we know that there are two type of flower, there are different type of flower. The heteromorphic system is governed by the difference in the morphology of the flowers. So in this type of plant, there is difference in the osmotic pressure of the pollen and the style. So if the osmotic pressure is in the ratio of 4.1, the plants will show compatible reaction and there will be proper pollen tube formation. But in case of self-incompatible compatible species, the ratio osmotic pressure of pollen and style is deviated from this 4.1 ratio. So if we cross a thumb flower with a thumb flower, the ratio osmotic pressure of pollen and style is 7.1, and due to that there will be more absorption of water by pollen and it lead to burst of the pollen in the styler part. When we cross a pin with a pin, the ratio is very low, and due to that osmotic pressure, the pollen will not able to absorb the water for germination. So if we summarize this, in heteromorphic system, it is the osmotic pressure of the pollen and the style determine the compatibility and incompatibility reaction at the molecular or biochemical level. Now you can revise this topic with few questions, like write a short note on self-incompatibility, explain the genetic basis of self-incompatibility, what is self-incompatibility, what is its significance, Differentiate between gametophytic and sporophytic self-incompatibility and wet and dry stigma. Thank you.